after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson.
Leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the too far. It brings up 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. Kenny Stills. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Joe Madsen on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Hunt, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Number 20.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
Daryl Hodge has it complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that the consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
A gain of 14.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. The
kickoff for Houston.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Mayfield's pass.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
a give right side now to Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled.
2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The ball carrier.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Browns 9.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. 1st down, Cleveland. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Scarlett brought him down.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
For another Cleveland Browns. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
On second and goal, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Fells has it, left side. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 50.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Watson.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
To Johnson again. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
By Denzel Ward.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on.
A 27-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield's pass complete to Jarvis Landry. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Blackline. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, who nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Jarvis Landry.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack.
Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A carry here for Hunt. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Thirteen yards remaining on second down. This is Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away with. Keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
For the field goal, a 34-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans take over first.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The 1st down pass.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Cleveland Browns. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Makes the score Texans 17.
So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that one all tied. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he stopped immediately there. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
The defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
22 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
A gain of 14.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball is held. Watson lost it. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. Past the 20. And that is incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for Will.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free.
No first down.
Here's Bryan Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
What's the deal, y'all?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield down. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Odell Beckham.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing. Game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First and
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
27, Kareem.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Beckham Jr. A 3-yard
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And Mayfield just getting the play off and finding the tight end Hooper. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A gain of 7.
Here's second and a yard.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
And the 2-point conversion is no good.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flipped the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
And we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Texan first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity.
Good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Watson is complete to Fuller. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Watson. He gives it to Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down, Texans.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They go to Johnson again. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Johnson again the ball.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got 3. We got. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check, 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 41.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll throw.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
To Duke Johnson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson's pass.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that's complete to Cooks.
Pass complete.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete to
Will Fuller.
Touchdown,
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Watson looks to throw again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
JoJo Matson on the return. The Browns take over.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
Let's go. Check right.
1st down, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
49-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Number 2.
The lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but
you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass intended for Donovan Peoples.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line. But this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
The ball carried.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15.
Duke Johnson.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Mac Wilson.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down now, it's Hunt. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
At the 34.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The handoff to Kareem Hunt. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll run again with Hunt.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by a field goal. 1:53 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He's got Fuller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Finding fouls complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cleveland, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans,